Hello Year 4, welcome to Wednesday's lesson, our Year 4 maths lesson. Let's start as always with our Give Me 5. So pause the video, set a 5-minute timer and let's see how well you do on our times table focus. Okay, there we go, well done. So as I said, we've got a times table focus today on our Give Me 5. So the first one was 8 times 7. So if you weren't sure, you could have counted up in your 8s or your 7s. I'm going to count up in 8s and I'm going to use my fingers. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, get to 5, then 48, 56 to 7. So our answer 8 times 7 is 56. Next one, 12 times 6. If you know your 6 times table, you might just know this one in your head. I am going to do 6 times 10, which is 60, and then add on another 2 sixters. So 60, 66, 72. Okay, 5 times 13. You may know this one. What I'm going to do is I know that 5 times 12 is 60 because that's in my 5 times table. Okay, but I'm looking for 13 times 5, so I just need to add on another 5. So that's going to be 65. Coming down here then, 4 times 7. I'm going to count up in 4s until I've reached 7 times. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I've reached 7 times. There we go, 28. And this last one, a bit more of a challenge. We need to do a different multiplication method here. So I'm going to write our 42 out and we're going to times it by 5 using our short column multiplication. Okay, so I do 5 times 2, which I know is 10. I'm going to put my 1 in my tens column, my 0 in the answer box, and then I'm going to do 5 times 4, which I know is 20. Then I need to add my 1 onto 20, add this one in here, which makes it 21, which gives me an answer of 210. Well done if you got any of those right. That's brilliant to see, and it's always good to keep practicing our times tables. Let's move on then and see what our in focus problem today is. Okay, here we have then a table. In this column we've got the year, so 2000, 2003, 2006, 2009, 2012 and 2014. And in the second row we have got the museum entrance fee. So in 2000 it was £4.40. In 2003 it's £4.30, then £4.90, then £5.40, £6.40 and £6.70. And the question it's asking us is, what is a good way to show how the entrance fee to a museum has changed over the years? So let's read these questions then. So what statements can be made about the entrance fee over the years? Have a little think to yourself. What statements can be made about the entrance fee over the years? Yeah, I'd agree. I think the entrance fee is going up. It is increasing. It's a key vocabulary word for today, increasing. Okay, so there's a little dip here. It goes down a bit here from £4.40 to £4.30, but then up to £4.90, up to £5.40, up to £6.40 and up to £6.70. Okay, so it's going up. So can we represent this information in a different way? Well, yesterday we looked at bar graphs. That says, would a bar graph be helpful? Why or why not? Have a think if a bar graph would be helpful here. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's have a look at what they've done. Here we go then. Instead of a bar graph this time, we are looking at using line graphs. Okay, so you can see here on this one, they've popped in the bars as well, just to help us transition from bar graphs to line graphs. But can you see how it's a lot easier to represent this information in a line graph? Mainly because when we join them together, we can see what the price might be at the different points in between the information we already have. So each dot on the graph tells you the museum entrance fee for one particular year. So they don't start with a line. What you do is you find how much it was in 2000 and you draw a point, draw a little dot. Same for the next one, draw a little dot. Next one, draw a little dot. Next one, a dot. And the last one, a dot. And then, only then, do you join them together with a ruler. Okay? So line graphs are important because they help us to see how something changes over time. Okay? So we can see here that we're using time on our axis here. So it's the years going up. And we're seeing how the price has changed over time. And we've got a helpful speech bubble over here that line graphs help us to see trends or patterns. So we can definitely see a pattern here. The price is going up. So we can say that the museum entrance fee has been increasing since 2003. Okay, since this one here, because it went down in 2000 from 2003. But now it is going up. So today we're learning about line graphs and how they can help us show how a quantity changes over time. Let's keep going then. How should the museum entrance fee in 2014 be shown on the line graph? Take a look at this here. This does not seem right. Why not? Pause the video, have a little think. Why isn't that quite right? Yeah, so when we look at it, we've got 2000, 2003, 2006, 2009, 2012. It's going up in threes. It's our 3 times table on the end there. So we shouldn't have 2014, we should have 2015. Okay? It says, does it matter? Why does it matter? Yes, it matters. We need to go up in the same scale every time. Otherwise, our data will be incorrect. But we can still put the data for 2014 on. We just need to work out where 2014 would go. Okay, so we've got 2012 here. So 2012, 2013 will be here. 2014 will be here. And this one will be 2015. Is it possible to predict the museum entrance for 2015, it says? We know about predicting from our reading. It's where we take a guess at something based on what we already know. And I'd say, yes, we would. Because we know that the museum fee is increasing. We can safely predict that it will still be increasing and go up again. This one, what about for 2010? Well, let's go back to look at our line graph. 2010 would be here. I'm going to follow this up. Okay, so using our lines to help us predict, we could say that in 2010, if I drag my line along correctly, that the museum entrance costs £5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 80. £5.80. So we can use a line graph to predict values that we don't actually have the data for. No one's told us that in 2010 it was £5.80, but we can predict that it might have been using our line graph. Okay, there's our in focus problem. Let's have a look at our guided practice then. Okay, so we have a line graph here. This line graph shows the price of cinema tickets in a different country. In different years in a different country. We've got a helpful thing here that this is the symbol for dollars. Okay, so it's a different unit of currency. So So here we go. It's our price of a cinema ticket here. So let's read the questions. What was the price of a cinema ticket in 1974? What is the difference in the price of a cinema ticket in 1944 and 2004? And the third question, there is a mistake in this line graph. What is the mistake? So pause the video now if you want to have a go at answering this yourselves. If you don't want to have a go at answering it yourself and need some guidance, then please carry on watching and I will go through it with you. Okay, so question 1. What was the price of a cinema ticket in 1974? So what we need to do is come to our line graph. We need to find 1974, here it is, and we need to use our rulers, they've helpfully done it for us, to go up to the line, find where the dot is, and then use our rulers to go along to find out how many dollars it was. And it's halfway here between the 2 and the 3. So we know that's $2.50 or $2.50. I'm going to write my dollar sign here. $2.50. There we go. Second question then. What is the difference in the price of a cinema ticket in 1944 and in 2004? Okay, so we need to find the difference. And we know that when we're finding the difference, we are taking away. So let's start with our bigger number then. So 2004, we need to find out how much the ticket was then. So I go to 2004, I go up to my line, I find the dot, and then I go along. So in 2004, the price was $5. So let's write that down here. And then 1944, need to go to the year, here it is, go up till I see the dot, and then along. Oh, it's not even reached 1, it's between 0 and 1, so I know that that's going to be half. So 5 take away a half, or 50 cents. It's the same as half. We haven't done decimals yet, it's the same as 0.5. So 5 take away half is going to be 4.5, which is the same as $4.50. Let's get my dollar sign in there. Okay, so that's the answer in there. I'm just going to come and rub this out so we can read the question. So there is a mistake in the line graph. What is the mistake? We've got a bit of helpful information here. Let's look at our scale. 1944, 1974, 2004, 2014. Is this where the information for 2014 should be? Let's look at the gap. So 1944 to 1974, well, that's a gap of 30 years. Then from 1974 to 2004, well, that's a gap of 30 years. 2004 to 2014, that's only 10 years. We need to make the scale fit, so that would have to be 2034, which we know hasn't happened yet, so we're not going to have any data for that at all. So that is our mistake. Okay, 2014 shouldn't be there. What can we say about the price of cinema tickets over the years in this country then? Well, we can see that they are going up. Okay, the line is going up, so the price is going up. And our special word for this is increasing. The price is increasing. Okay, super work on your guided practice. Well done. Let's move on now then to our worksheets in our book. So it's page 147 in your workbook. And we are doing some more line graphs. So here we have a table of information. The table below shows the change in the price of brand A chocolates over the year. We've got the year and our price. And you are going to draw a line graph to show the information in the table. Then you are going to answer some questions about the information that you have got in your line graph. And then you are going to be answering some questions here about the other line graphs. So pause the video to have a go at that. And then you can come back for the answers. Okay, so let's quickly plot this graph then. There are answers at the end of the video and at the end of the PDF file, but I'll go through them quickly with you now. So year 2005, the price is £2.50, so I go for 2005, I find £2.50 and I put my dot. Next year, 2007, it's £2. So find 2007, go up and along, there's my £2. 2009, we have £2.50, so up 2009, £2.50. 2011, I have £3, 2011, I go up to £3. 2013, £3.50, and 2015, £4. Okay, now I've done that, I get my ruler, which I don't have, you have, and I join the points with a straight line. My line is not very straight at all. Yours will be a lot better. Okay, there we go. Now let's answer those questions then. What was the price for brand A chocolates in 2005? Okay, 2005, up to the dot, it was £2.50. Don't forget your pound sign. What was the price of brand A chocolates in 2011? Okay, here we go, 2011, all the way up to the dot, and then along this way to find it out, £3. Okay, then next one. What is the difference in price between 2005 and 2015? We know when we've got the word finding the difference, we're going to be taking away. So let's find the bigger one first. 2015, we had £4. Let's write that in. And in 2005, we had £2.50. Make sure. So that's it, £4, and we're going to put it in a column. Take away £2.50. So 0 take away 0 is 0. I need to remember to keep my decimal point in the same place. 0 take away 5, I can't do, so I go to this 4. Make that into a 3. Give him 10 there, so 10 take away 5 is 5. 3 take away 2 is 1. So the difference in price is going to be £1.50. Forget your pound sign. Okay, I'm just going to rub that out so we can see the rest of the question. In which year was the price of brand A chocolates the lowest? Okay, so we need to go and look and see where our lowest dot is. Here is our lowest point, 2007. Okay, between which 2 years was the price difference the greatest? Let's have a look at our graph. So here we have a price decrease of 50p. But here, looking at our line, we have an increase, and it's just one big increase. Even though there are lots of different numbers on it, it's one big increase. And it's an increase of £1, £2, £3, £4, isn't it? £4 increase. So it's between the years 2007 and 2015 we have the biggest difference in our increase. So it's 2007 to 2015. F. In which year did the price of brand A chocolates drop? So let's go and look for a drop here. Where can you see one? It's here, isn't it, where the line goes down, and that was in 2007. Okay, and now we need to circle the correct answer in each section. So the price of brand A chocolates increased or decreased from 2005 to 2007. Okay, the price of brand A chocolates from 2005 to 2007. They went down, didn't they? So going down is a decrease. Okay, so we need to circle decreased. But from 2005, but they increased or decreased from 2007 to 2015. They went up, so that means we circle increased. Okay, next page. The line graph below shows the number of patients at a dental clinic, a dentist, from 9 AM to 12 noon. At what time were there the most patients? Okay, so highest value, that's going to be 12 noon. At what time were there the least number of patients? Oh, you mean to do that. So I find my lowest value, the point where my line and the dots are at the lowest. That is 9 AM. And pen. 9 AM. What was the difference between the number of patients at 10 AM and at 12 noon? So difference, so we're doing a takeaway. So at 12 noon we had 10 patients. At 10 AM, let's go up here. So we're between 6 and 8. So I know that between 6 and 8 is 7. So it's 10, take away 7, which I know with my number bonds is going to be 3. So the difference was 3 patients. Did the number of patients increase or decrease from 9 AM to 12 noon? So let's look at it. Our line is going up, which means the number of patients is going up, and when something is going up, it is increasing. Put increasing for that. Okay, well done. You have done so super today. If you want more of a challenge, then stay with me. If you feel like you've done enough maths for today, then well done. Now let's move on to our challenge. Okay, so here is our challenge question. Jack launched a toy rocket into the sky. After 5 seconds, the rocket fell to the ground. Which graph shows this? Explain how you know. Okay, so one of these graphs shows this. And then you need to make up your own story for the other graph. Okay, pause the video and there'll be answers on the next slide. Okay, here are our challenge answers. So for the first one, graph A shows how Jack launched his toy rocket into the sky, and after 5 seconds the rocket fell to the ground. Okay, height it went and the time it went, this would be 5 seconds. And we've got an example story for graph B. So a bird flew up from the ground, it continued to fly upwards from 5 seconds, then flew at the same height for another 3 seconds. But you could have made up any story where something starts off increasing, getting higher and higher and higher, and then after 5 seconds it stays at the same height. Well done on your maths for today. You have done amazing.